he walking out in that grassy land. He a good one. I ain't doing it. I don't walk in no type of grass where it may reach up to my thighs. Nah, no thank you. We not doing it. We are not doing that. Happy Wednesday, beautiful people. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday. 2 days until the weekend is hump day. What they say, they're going to Breakfast Club. Hump day. It is Wednesday. Good morning and salute. So today was my coach's birthday. Well, today is my coach's birthday, I should say. Today is his birthday. Slow walking guy, salute. Happy birthday to you too. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday, slow walking guy. So 3 people I know today whose birthdays are today, and some of the few Geminis I actually rock with. Oh, your birthday is Friday. Oh, I thought your birthday was today. Okay. But still, like I said, there's only a handful of Geminis I rock with. You, my coach, uh, I guess Jeremy, my kid's father, I guess. I guess I rock with him. Shit. And Ravens and I, third best friend, Sean, today is her birthday. So later on, we're going out to celebrate. And Raven is in town for a few days to pick up some inventory. So she's going to prepare for the Sweets Festival in Atlanta this weekend. So for those of you that are tuning in, and if you reside in Atlanta, by all means, please swing by the Sweets Festival. Even if you just going to show your face and say, "What's up, Ray?" Show us some love, show us some of that Southern Peach hospitality that I'm sure Atlanta has to offer. Um, she's a newbie there, you know, and she had been feeling a little homesick. So definitely stop by and show us some love. Show Makita some love, and be on the lookout because Makita's is coming near you. So, Delaboo, salute. Salute. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, today is my coach's birthday. So the workouts to me seemed a little bit on the easier side. I'm pretty sure he's in high in birthday spirits and, you know, blessed to make another trip around the sun, 44 years for him. So he decided, in my opinion, probably not to kill us too much. I don't know. It could be said different for my my 3 colleagues that was there before me, because they were struggling. They were struggling. Um, and of course, maybe it's because of my my conditioning so far. Um, I I can lift heavier. I can squat and press heavier, and all of that jazz. So, and they're newbies to the game. So, but just because I'm intermediate in my head, I think I can do a little bit of advance, and then my body like, girl, the fuck wrong with you? uh, but yeah, but easier, just because it's easier, because it seemed easier, or I didn't feel much of a burn yet. Because the thing about strength training and anaerobic exercising, you're not going to feel it right away. You're not going to feel it right away. And the beauty of anaerobic exercise as opposed to aerobic exercise is that anaerobic, you're working your muscles. So you more so working yourself on the inside out. And when the workout is done, you're still burning calories. Your muscles are still working and still burning. And that's where you replenish with the protein and you get your electrolytes in and all of that. So, so all that to say, even though I might not have felt it, I'm pretty sure by the time I get up off that couch and go get the kids, I might feel a little something. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling my back now because he's definitely been, training our shoulder, our back, upper body, definitely training that. My legs, my lower body is a lower body is a monster. And when he got his leg press machine and had it facing toward the window, and I'm like, yeah, you sure you want that to face dead? I don't want to end up pressing that button and the weights go flying out the window. I don't want to do that. I ain't that strong. I ain't like the Hulk or nothing, but but yeah. So today, uh, the leg presses, those, and then I did the standing banded back leg lifts, straight leg kicks, I should say. Uh, well, straight leg lifts, not kick. Straight leg lifts with the band, 15 of those. And then the hip thrust machine did 15 of those. With the leg press and the hip thrust machine, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure how much it was. I just did it. Uh, and the hip thrust, I have a love-hate relationship with the hip thrust machine. After that, picked up the 20-pound dumbbells, did 20 chest presses. Then on the fly machine, um, did front flies, forward press flies. Um, then then I had picked up the 15s he told me to do. And I did military presses, shoulder presses, 15 of those. And then, um, what do I call those? High knees, 30 of those. Um, rinse and repeat, 3 sets. And so on that last set with the high knees, I kind of had one of those impulses where my body was like, you know what, you can keep going a little bit more. Keep going. You know what, keep going. Add up 10 more. You know what, make that 20. You know what, just give it a full 60. And so my last set, um, I ended up doing 60 high knees. And more beneficial for your abs, especially your lower abs. Um, for those of you who may have the little pooch, for those who have had children, C-section mommies like me. I'm a two-time C-section. So that for me, my biggest problem area is my belly, because that little apron from the from the surgeries and my doctor, my doctor's old world, old time traditional. I mean, just ah. So, and I seen a lot of girls that had C sections and you couldn't even tell. It's like their obstetricians, I guess, I guess, took a minor, took an elective in plastic surgery, and something I always said that it would have been nice if um, tummy tucks or the other type of procedure that's not necessarily tummy tuck, but it kind of gets rid of that excess skin, um, and any other fatty tissue that you're unable to get rid of via exercise. Um, you know, let there be like a form of reconstructive surgery. Similar to the reconstructive surgery that breast cancer patients may elect for after getting mastectomies, double mastectomies, and things like that. And of course, I am not downplaying uh, breast cancer at all by a long shot. Um, but the consciousness that some women get when they do have the mastectomies, you know, um, and they don't have the breasts anymore, and after the reconstructive surgery, it's kind of similar to a lot of women who had C-sections, um, especially you know if the especially if the surgery left the apron, um, or the ones that had like the vertical incisions. Uh, you know, I ain't gonna lie. After I had my son, I was a little bit self-conscious after I had my daughter. After I had my son, that just that just sent it all the way to hell. Like, and I've been wearing everything above my navel since. Uh, jeans, pants, skirts, underwear. Like I am extremely self-conscious about it, and I am very strategic about what I wear. Um, Trying to find clothes that are flattering, that don't make me look like a fucking penguin or an Easter egg. Like, I don't even remember the last time I wore a freaking romper or a bodysuit because I felt like a freaking penguin. That dang penguin from Batman. I don't know which Batman it was. But yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. I put that shit on fire, a goddamn penguin. And I'm pretty sure that it may be my dysmorphia, it may be my self consciousness, but it's a real thing, and I'm not the only one. And one of the things that I can say that's refreshing about the internet in a lot of cases, when I read the comments under subject matters like that, and there are a lot of women out there, and that lets me know, hey, I'm not alone. And if they are, you know, putting in the work and making the changes to, get the body, get our bodies back right, or at least to where we feel comfortable. Hey, we got this. We in this together. Love your body no matter what. Look, I love my body. I just don't like some of the things about it. That's a difference. That's a difference. And don't start that embrace what you got shit either. I don't embrace it, damn it. Don't start that. Oh, embrace somebody you got? No, the fuck I don't. If that's the case, look, if I was that embracing, I'd be out this joint like freaking, what's that girl name? Dank Lamos, Dank the Boss. Uh, shit, I'd be out here wearing freaking crop tops and letting it all hang out, man. No, no, no. I do not embrace that shit. I can dress it up, but I ain't finna show it. No. Uh-huh. Which was also why, rewinding back when Skokahontas had her lingerie contest, and I chose outfit the piece that I got that I modeled, because you can still wear lingerie, you can still be sexy, and all of that. You can still feel pretty, and that I definitely did. Shoot, at that time I was down 20 pounds at that time, which I unfortunately gained back when I got sick early this year. But I was down 20 pounds, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. You know, I did not have fun. We all know I was cheated. We all know I was cheated. But it's all good though. It's all good. And speaking of challenges, um, be on the lookout because the women of Scolingo is planning a challenge in the near future. So be on the lookout for that. Um, I brought the idea up to the ladies and they thought it was a great idea, something different, something fun. And also, trying to bring some fun back. Multi sector, you know what I'm saying? With all of this quarreling and striking and shenanigans, and can we all just sing a song? Cause damn it, we ain't getting along. My goodness. Sheesh. All of this page striking, page swiping, demonetization. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Man, just call each other a handful of bitches and hoe ass niggas and get off live and go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? Make your cash apps, make your super chats, and just go on. I don't get it. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy to me because ain't none of y'all gonna freaking cross paths at all. Ain't none of y'all gonna cross paths. And what's even funnier is that the ones that think it is just the most, I guess, noble thing to do to strike someone or make them lose their monetization or make them lose their pages as though that's their livelihood. Like, that's crazy to me. And what if that is their livelihood? Because of you and your feelings but hurt or maybe even mad or jealous because they, you know, they got the viewers in the chat, they got the support, or even making that much. You know what I'm saying? Cash apps, and super chat, super stickers, and you mad? Why? God ain't gonna bless you like that. God ain't gonna bless you like that. It ain't that damn serious. Shoot, I'm not even monetized. I got Cash App, but I ain't even monetized. I ain't even monetized, and yet my channel is verified. What kind of oxymoron is that? You know? mm But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that, and we will come forth with that information and the details. Um, the criteria, the rules, and all that stuff. Um, just a little, just a little tea on it. I thought that it would be something different and something just fun, and not so debauched and degrading. You know, you got all the challenges on YouTube in the sector. Of course, the Mo3 sector, for the most part, has great friendships and partnerships with members of the B sector, Black sector. Shout out to Buddy Lee. I love Buddy Lee. You know, the wet t-shirt contest, twerk contest, lingerie contest, stripper con. Uh, shoot, they even had a freaking cute feet contest, something like that. But this is something, a little bit demure, just a little bit demure. You know, just a little bit demure. you know, very mindful, very demure. you know, but it's still going to be a great time overall. It's still going to be a great time. So yeah. So once we meet and iron out the details and the scheduling, check availability. If we have special guests, uh, will it be an actual contest? I don't know. I thought that twig was a worm. uh, will it be judging? I don't know. I don't know. That's Let me tell him salute. Good morning. But yeah, so I'm definitely excited. I have been looking at a lot of pieces that I think will look cute on me. Of course, if we're hosting it, we're not really going to be participating, but we're, we're going to be hosting. Of course, we may not be in it, but of course, we going to be dressed down to the nines and have our attire on, you know, because you got to look the part. You got to look the part. So be on the lookout for that. So as far as my walk, I'm at 1.23 miles now. So I'll be at 2 miles by the time I get back to my car. So knocking this on now. The workout didn't kick my butt too much earlier. So I was able to go on ahead and hop up, go ahead and set my live up, set my watch up, and so now I'm almost almost halfway done. Um, so I don't know if you guys have been following TT, Transparent Talk. She's going live from her backup page, uh, talking transparently, but she's on her fitness journey as well, and she's been sharing a lot of information, a lot of things she's been doing, a lot of things that she's been eating, um, encouraging everyone, to hydrate, get their water in. So if you're not subscribed to her and you want to see what all she's been doing, by all means, go give her a sub. Uh, you don't have to let her know I told you. I'm not looking for that. I ain't looking for clout like that. I'm definitely I'm definitely great, and have no problems with shouting anybody out, sharing. You know, I'm definitely not a gatekeeper at all. So definitely check her out, and I'm going to reach out to her. TT, if you see this, um, if you pop in, or if you're in the bushes, or if you just so happen to be scrolling, you may see me. I'm gonna reach out to you, and maybe we can collab. You know, we're both women in our 40s, mothers. You know, and it's definitely strength in numbers. It's strength in numbers. So we all come together, probably um, do do maybe a workout routine video or something, and upload it. I don't know, or maybe um, or you do a live, like a live workout or something like that. You know, help get everybody up and moving and active. So, and I am all for stuff like that. I'm all for stuff like that. Wolf, Krishan Wolf Corleone. I've been coming across some of his posting on the community walls, where he's been getting it in at Planet Fitness, and showing off his gains. Shout out to Wolf. Uh, I saw the side by side comparison. It was a 10-year comparison, 2015. Now it's 25. Yeah, I see the gains. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. Salute. And so, me for the most part, moving, of course, is not going to be an issue. The kids will be out of school after this week. Today, we decided that to be the last day of school for our kids. Friday's the last day of school, but the last 2 days, man, those teachers probably don't give a fuck. And usually, it's ghost town. when I picked up my kids from school, I think that was it wasn't yesterday. It had to have been Monday. And Winter was like, it was Monday. It was definitely Monday. And Winter was like, "Mommy, at first we had 10 kids in the class, and then it was 7, and then it was 5. We didn't do anything, you know?" I said, "I bet." I said, "That sounds about right. Not surprising." And even when I went to the grocery store, when I left here, um, I definitely noticed a lot of children in the grocery store, shopping with their parents and grandparents and guardians. So, and that was in Mississippi. I go to the grocery store in South Haven. I ain't gonna tell you where, but I go. I shop in South Haven and Olive Branch. I don't too much shop in Memphis unless I'm in the area, or I just want to stay in a central spot, where everything is kind of located, and I can kind of like go in a little circle and boom, I'm at home. So yeah, so I did see a lot of the little children, like my sister called the little children. So I did see them. So yeah, so we agreed that today will be the last day of school for the kids. So I think I might I think I might block the school number. I think I might block them because they're going to call, the automated snitching system, I call it, you know, want to call and be like, this person has an unexcused absence. He didn't show your kids at school, but it's the last 2 days of school. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all want to turn that shit out too. Like, bro, I tell you what, I couldn't be no teacher. I know they got to stick it out for the entire week. Last week, man, come Wednesday, it'll be a big FTK on that board. Misboundary, what that mean? I'm just gonna tell you to Google it. I ain't gonna tell you, but that that's gonna be on the damn board. FTK. Huh. Fuck them kids. Look, but shout out to the educators though. Shout out to them because it's definitely not an easy job. It's a labor of love for a lot of them, you know. And so, and then of course you have these kids from different backgrounds and walks of life. You know, some are misguided, misunderstood, or just well up straight misbehaving. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, but shout out to them. Shout out to them. So, so with them being out of school, I'm definitely going to be moving a lot more, and especially a lot earlier on my training days because I prefer to train when I get off of work. He opens at 6, and his first client is there like at 6:15. So, uh, and I get off of work around 5. So run home and change my clothes, and then head on back out. While I'm still up, got the energy and feel like it. That's the thing because when I, of course, have to get to school, I'm laying down taking a nap, and then it's time to go. And there be times where I just want to go right back to the head down. But I got goals. I got a lot of things I want to work on, and of course, health is one of them. My health overall is not too bad, but there are some small concerns in certain areas that I am working on. And while I have the ability to do that and reverse those things, I'm going to do it. You know, it doesn't make sense to sit there and you're aware that you need to do this and that, and then you get off to a point to where now you're taking 20 plus excess pills a day, and you're uncomfortable, you have breathing problems, you got sleep apnea, you know what I'm saying? Possible, possibly diabetic, and have to get insulin or your kidneys a shot, and you have to go through dialysis. And I've seen all of that firsthand, and I don't being a grown up. And what I mean by being a grown up, having a family and having bills and all that fun stuff. Ugh. Being an adult is hella ghetto. Hella ghetto, hella ghetto. Being an adult is hella ghetto, and I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to leave here either, though. I just wish my mommy and daddy was above ground and I can go live with them and help them out. Hey, my Sheila. Yeah, that's what I wish. I wish my mom and dad was above ground and breathing and, still in somewhat okay health. You know, they were still here. I'd go back home and help them out. Because, baby, you need help with this? I say less. You need this? I bet. Say less. You need what now? I bet. Say less. Shoot. Honestly, if the mortgage was still the same then, if the mortgage was still the same price now as it was years ago, man, hell, they wouldn't have to worry about no damn mortgage. Man, I don't worry about that. I got it. Look, I don't even worry about that. I got this. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even have to worry about this. At the time, their mortgage was 300, 330 some dollars, I think. Hey, child, please. Especially if I had the job I had, especially if I had the job then that I have now. Oh, baby. You know what? Oh, don't worry about that. For real. Shoot. Only thing mama probably would have probably had to do was either pay on the property tax and shoot. And just her credit cards, that's it. Shoot. Even even damn light bill. Man, look. You just worry about the property tax. The more than light bill I got there. Nah, I got that. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Right. I can see it. I don't even worry about that. Man, whatever. Don't worry about that. I got that. I got that. Shoot. We ain't had to worry about that. But that's life for you. That is life for you. And y'all, I have reached my 2 miles, and I want to say I've made some strides because it's 39 minutes, and I made my 2 miles. I had my 2 miles in 38 minutes. These last several lives that I did my walks was like in the 40s, uh, like 44 minutes, 45 minutes, and I did my 2 miles in 38 minutes. So salute to that. And you know what? That's one of those that's one of those small scale victories right there that I'm celebrating. Okay. I am definitely celebrating that small victory. 2 miles in 38 minutes. That's what's up. And see that right there is a testament right there. I feel honestly, I was slick kind of having my little modes because I was slick in a little funk because I had a little fluctuation. This little TMI, fellas, but Unflow, they came 7 days early, and I'm looking at my belly, and the bloating is bloating. I'm saying, like, bruh, what the hell? And then, of course, the breakouts, the sweet cravings. I ain't gonna lie, I did not prep, but you know, I am that right there is assurance. That right there is assurance, and that is a small victory. And we're gonna take that salute. Salute to that. Underdog Sarcastic King, salute. Good morning. Salute. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. So now that my workout for the day is over, and I am off tonight, so that's another thing too. I get to rest, and man, getting some rest when you're working third shift full time and you got cheering and got cook dinner and all that shit it's definitely difficult. So I'm definitely glad about the off day, or off night I should say, so I can give me some rest. My battery power is looking good. I'm expecting a call, a Zoom call in about 29 minutes. Thank you, Ryan Sheila. Yeah, I'm proud of me. I am proud of me. You know that I am definitely seeing myself. You know, going back to back then, Lady Beast, and pretty soon, once the I need a party, just a little party, just a little party. Just a little party. I'm gonna party a little bit, just a little bit. but but once I get my endurance back up, my cardio, and some of this, some of this weight start coming off of me, and and the inflammation and all that stuff, begins to cease. I'm gonna start back working my way up to running, because I want to start back running. That was definitely one of the things that I enjoyed doing. A good little 10 minute, a good little 10-minute run. That's like a mile for me. I think my personal best was like 9-ish minutes, in the early 9 minutes. My personal best when I would go running. So yeah, and so of course, a little 30-minute jog. That's 3 miles right there. So yeah, so I'm definitely excited, for the changes to come and everything like that. And like I said, this right here was definitely that non-scale victory and that small victory. And yes, we are going to celebrate. Just a little party. I'm just trying to get in the birthday spirit. Do it. Do it. Even if you have to do it by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Even if you have to go at it alone, you celebrate you. Slow walking guy. I don't know, what your family life is like. If you have a lady in your life, or if you gay. I know for a fact you're not that. But if you have a but if you have a lady in your life, your children and things like that, like I said, if you have to go at it alone, just do it. Because for Mother's Day, I went to brunch. I treated myself to brunch. And I freaking enjoyed it. Had the best of times, and the food was good. The vibes was immaculate. And it was cheap. The thing about it is, I'm simple, but at the same time, I'm kind of ticky. So I don't want the same stuff all the time. And for me as a Pisces, it's a bit frustrating, trying to find something different, but nothing sticks out, and then you have to just, go back to the basics, go back to what's safe and stuff like that. And so, but yeah, but this go around, I did find this place that I went, and like I said, the breakfast and everything was simple, but it was perfect. And I walked away that bad boy happy. I was happy, super happy. As a matter of fact, I still need to finish my script and edit that video and promote them, because they definitely deserve that promotion. Um, I didn't start charging for these damn promotions. Like I said, I am not a gatekeeper, and if I come across something, that's good, and I put my word to it, I was spread the love. I would share the love. It's not even about that for me, but I ain't gonna lie, the money is sweet. The money's a little sweet. Ain't nothing wrong with little gas money. Ain't nothing wrong with little gas money here and there. But yeah, yeah. But yeah, and on top of that, your birthday is Friday, so I'm pretty sure you got a day job. Must be nice. Well, you know what? I will get there when my kids get in middle school. I say when my kids get into middle school, um, is when I will make that change and start working day side. So that's the plan. So my daughter's going to the fourth grade, and my son is going to the second grade. So yeah, so I will. So I'm definitely going to be, making that change. That switch over, going over the days. Because I've been working nights. It will be, it will be 22 years next month, and I have been working nights ever since at the same company, working nights. And although working nights has its advantages to a degree, where you got the entire day free, and things like that. But the disadvantages is of course sleep deprivation, um, the jacked up sleep schedule, um, and of course, if there's something going on at night, a party or happy hour, concert, I can't go because I gotta work. But my schedule is Monday through Friday, so that's the cool thing about it. It's Monday through Friday. But yeah. You 45, your kids are grown. Oh man, must be nice again. Shoot, I chose to have my kids in my freaking 30s. I still got babies. Ah, oh Lord, oh Lord. But God has His plan, and God knew when, He knew when the time was right, for me to bring forth a child. And I'm not saying that I would have been crap as a mother in my 20s, um, but I definitely know that in my 30s and my 40s, I was definitely um, more at a mindset and children and stuff like that. So, Codas in the city, salute. You said you're gonna make good on food. I have to. I have to. I have to. I have to. It's like I'm doing it for it's like I'm doing two different types of good old food. It's like I'm doing the good old food that's helping unbig my back and belly, and then of course I'm doing the good old food that, of course, the kids, they can still eat all that stuff. I mean, they so doggone busy now, especially my son. They gonna work it off anyway, and then of course the man, has to eat. So yeah. You was 20 when you had your first child. And see, Rashida, I was 20 when I started at my job. So I was 20 when I started at my job, and I was still working at the grocery store in my neighborhood. And so for a month, I was working both jobs, and then I left then I let the grocery store go because I was like, yeah, this is pretty much a dead end job, and where I'm at, I got benefits. Of course, 401k will be next year when I turn 21, but I got insurance benefits, life insurance and all that stuff. And considering all that stuff, and then considering the year prior, we got robbed in broad daylight at the grocery store, and dude had the freaking barrel of the gun on my head, threatening to blow my head off. I didn't open up the cash register quick enough, and I stood up like Jody. Uh, After that drive by, baby boy, he was like, "I thought I was dead." That's how I was. I was like, "I thought I was dead." Like, and having these crazy tale, visions of me in a casket, and So yeah, yeah. I was also in an abusive relationship, and that also helped me get away from that bastard too. Um, yeah, funny shit. That niggering, that niggering crossed my mind the other day. Not in a "I miss you" type of shit or reminiscent type of shit, but there's a lake here called McKellar Lake, and on the news, in a span of days, two bodies had been recovered from McKellar Lake. Um, and that's what made me think back to that jackass. Um, we're all adults, so I'm definitely gonna keep it real. We know how breakups are. Breakups are, usually fresh, usually messy. Um, your emotions are kind of here and there. Sometimes we fence right, and sometimes we spin the block. Sometimes, we get that little closure. Fucking yeah, I know where I'm going with this. And this was one of those, and that was what that was. And I had actually met someone else, and we started dating, and he found out, and I didn't give a fuck because I was like, I was done with you, a long time ago, and it is what the fuck it is. Fuck you. But anywho, but breakups still fresh, stuff like that, fence ride, spin the block, all this shit like that. And so, and the thing about it was, it was, he I ain't gonna say he wasn't leaving without a fight, but it was a bunch of little silly shit. And so he had like pulled up one day, and I was, talking or whatever, and then this fool was talking about, hey, let's go to McKellar Lake. And I'm sitting like, what the fuck is a McKellar Lake? Uh I'm not gonna go no damn McKellar Lake with you. I don't fucking trust you. How the fuck I don't know, you gonna, probably try and expire my life and then throw me in that bitch. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know where it is. I ain't going to no fucking McKellar Lake. No. We ain't doing that. So, but yeah. But that's what that made me think of that time. Um, when the news reported that those two bodies had been found in that lake. And my prayers, my prayers goes out to those families. But yeah, and speaking of that, I don't know if y'all are on TikTok, or other social media platforms, things like that. But Aunt D, hey Christina, Aunt D from my mental health world. She has the two daughters, Shay and Bria, that are autistic, and she also had a son, Chris. But unfortunately, earlier this week, he jumped off of a bridge and expired himself. And this was days after Shay had to be rushed to the hospital because she had multiple seizures, and Undie was distraught by that, as a mother and things like that. And then days later, what I'm saying, your son
decides to expire himself, and jump off a bridge, and just, you know, I can't even imagine or even fathom um the hurt, the pain, stress, anguish, all that she's going through. Um, so my prayers definitely out to, Auntie D, and Shay and Bria. Shay's, been on her health journey, trying to get herself, trying to lose weight on track and stuff like that, and it's rough. And she's on the east side of Tennessee. She's in, I want to say they're in Knoxville. They're in Knoxville, so I'm not driving out there, but but definitely, definitely sending her love, from West Tennessee all the way to East Tennessee, out there in the atmosphere, because I can't imagine. I just could not. Oh, I could not. You know. But yeah, I'm good, Christina. I'm good. Just finished my walk and my workout. Like I was telling everybody, I hit a personal best. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting stronger. We're going to go with that. My cardio and my endurance is getting stronger. Um, and I completed my walk in 38 minutes. So that's 2 miles in 38 minutes. So my last walks was like 40, like 41, 42, 44, 45, and stuff like that. So yeah, so this was a so this was a personal best, and I do aim to break that. So yeah, 10:27, and so I should be getting something from this link from the Zoom person. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, because I have a Zoom call in a few. I was about to say, who is that? But but yeah, but yeah. So, and crazy thing yesterday was we was expecting bad weather, and we just got a little bit of weather, and all of that level 3 threats and stuff like that. That jumped past us. I'm sitting here like, really? Like, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. But yeah, that was a trip. You had kids at 17? Man, look, I was I was too scared of my mama. I was too scared of my mama. Not scared enough to not do the shit, but I was definitely scared of the possibility of coming home, and telling her I'm pregnant. I'm a teenager, so uh, unfortunately, my mom left this world when I was 29, and when I was 20, like she was like, my mama looked at me and like, I just might as well just accept this dog as my grandpuppy, because you ain't even had no kids, is you? And I was like, nope, like nope, like I was newly single, losing weight, enjoying my life. Fuck a man and fuck kids, which boy, when she had got stricken with cancer and passed away, and I had to see the best man holiday and listen to Mia talk to Jordan, telling her she got to open her heart to love and all that stuff. And I was like, I give it a try. Hmm. I said my mom and my kids made me soft. My mom and my kids made me soft, because I was straight up stoned. I wasn't trying. I wasn't hearing none of it. I wasn't. I was doing it, but I was popping birth control and Plan B's like Tic Tac. Like, it was even hilarious because when I did ultimately become pregnant with my children, the guys in my past were pissed. The guys in my past were pissed, and like when I did the pregnancy reveal, I did a pregnancy and gender reveal with my son, but when I revealed that I was pregnant, and then of course my kids were born, I was getting like inboxes and DMs. Man, that was supposed to be my baby. That was supposed to be my baby. You know that's supposed to be my baby. I'm sitting there like, who told you that? No. 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 I don't know who told you that. I make that choice, player. But yep. But it's 10:31. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, so I can get set up for this Zoom call. I don't know what tomorrow may bring. Like I said, the kids will not be going to school anymore. Today is their unofficial last day of school, and they will not be going to school the next 2 days unless something is going on. And my kids like, Mommy, we're having this day. You know, can I go? Can I go? I'm like, Are you sure? Like, I bet. You know. You're not gonna wear your school uniform. You're gonna wear some regular clothes and fuck it. I'll come and get you early, you know. But yeah, right. Hey, slow up, guy, man. Look, you will be so surprised the guys out here that are intentionally trying to get women caught up, and it's the craziest thing. But that's a whole nother. But that's a subject for a whole nother life. That's a subject for a whole nother life. But please believe the guys out there are just as bad as some of the chicks. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get caught up, with a baby. It's a trip. It's a trip. Summertime. Let's just sit back and unwind. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, because I want to at least wear a sundress at least twice this summer. And that's the other thing. I want to get back to being comfortable and confident enough to wear a sundress. So that's definitely one of my other short-term goals, to be cute enough to wear a sundress, to where my arms ain't looking too crazy and all that type of stuff. So, and I'm not looking like a pregnant penguin. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here while I got the battery power. So thank you guys for tuning in. If I do go walking tomorrow, I'm gonna see it play it by ear. That's the beauty of kids not being in school. I ain't gotta worry about that little 30 minutes. Having to wait to pick them up. I can go and do what I need to do, and then I can chill, even get dinner done early. Yay for days. That's what I love the most about the kids being out of school. I ain't gotta worry about picking them up. I ain't gotta worry about dropping them off. I can go ahead and get dinner started early and leave them to it. Get the fuck out of my face. Yeah. So yeah. But I will see you guys later. Like I said, if I go live tomorrow, we'll be here. Probably not here because I'll probably be at a different park or somewhere. But thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. I will see you later. Friday for sure. It'll probably be early though, because I will be going when I get off of work. So I'll be walking while the sun is up, coming up. But light enough to where I ain't got to worry about having to fight nobody, So, but we're gonna count it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you guys later. Love you. Bye.